Welcome back to the Kurative Podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Sutarji. And before I start this episode, I just want to wish everyone good health. I hope everyone is practicing social distancing and doing their part to flatten the curve. While you're at home, I do hope that you enjoy this episode with Mykho Magalong, who is the drummer for Balikbayans and the founder of SuckaFreeXDumbCity, which is the streetwear, media, and arts brand. Enjoy the show. All right, Mykho, thank you for joining my podcast, man.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Dude, really appreciate you coming from all the way from Daly City to come here. I know it's a long drive, and Hayward is not anything interesting, so appreciate it.
You know, we got to be around the Bay Area more, and, you know, this is the hometown, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so just a little bit of background for the audience. We just met today.
We sure did.
Appreciate you just
shout out to Kevin.
So I know you from like the Balikbayans because of Angelo, because I went to high school with Angelo.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Angelo.
Shout out Angelo.
Shout out to Lassie.
Yeah. He was really kind enough to like talk about Balikbayans and how all of you guys were cool. And I saw you guys perform at Undiscovered a couple years, like 2 years ago. Yeah. And really loved your guys' stuff, man. Thanks. You guys are super talented.
Oh man, thank you. Beforehand, we practiced for not even for that show. We were getting ready for Circa 91 live.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
And Undiscovered was just around the corner because it was October. I think it was around.
It was October. Yeah.
It was Filipino History Month. Yeah. Filipino American History Month, and then. It was they wanted they invited Ruby to headline that season, and I think Ruby just straight up like told them that, you know, I got a whole band, and then
dude.
can we play it live? And then, you know, that's what happened. We were able to put in we were able to get in on that lineup.
Yeah.
That was a cold night too.
Oh, it was freaking cold.
But it was like freezing.
I think like what I like about the set that you guys played, it was fun. Everyone was like jamming to it. They were singing or rapping the lyrics. Like it was a sick set, and having a live performance, like a live band, is totally different than like just hearing it from a CD or Spotify or something like that.
Yeah, it brings that excitement, right? Like when you're gonna see these people play live, and it's exciting to see people play their instruments, like, and then, you know, catching all that energy back and forth with the audience.
Yeah. I guess you feed off of the audience all the time, right?
Definitely, you feed off of each other.
Yeah,
it's a give and take thing.
Yeah, for sure. So the audience may or may not know you're the drummer for the Balikbayans.
Yes, sir.
And you're also the owner of SuckaFreeXDumbCity.
Yes.
Which stands for SuckaFreeXDumbCity.
Yeah, you got it right. Yeah, SuckaFreeXDumbCity, SuckaFreeDumbCity.
For sure.
It started because of my love for streetwear.
Okay.
You know, I got around junior year of high school. I was introduced to, you know, all of the streetwear brands, and then, but coming from the Philippines, I was already into like a lot of skate brands, where, you know, they like the biggest one is like Vans.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I definitely saw that in high school and all of that. And
then when I got around here, you know, learning about all these other different streetwear brands where they, you know, they accommodate like the art and the culture of every like city or whatever, you know, and then they tell you a little story about it.
Yeah.
Excites me.
Yeah. So then when did you come to the US from Philippines?
I came around 2007.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a little bit over 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago. You know, it was I was already a musician and all that. Like, so, you know, I feel like when I got here, I was definitely like I went to high school at Balboa in San Francisco, and next to a Filipino community center, where I met all the MCs.
Oh, that's
and
it. Yeah.
you know, and like coming in as a like a drummer, like I play a lot of like punk and metal since I was in the Philippines, and then, you know, like meeting all these rappers, producers, and MCs who's definitely like holding it down for the community in the at the community center.
Yeah.
You know, I learned how to like kind of, well, I was into hip hop already, but I got deeper into it because of meeting these people, and, you know, I fell in love with it more.
Yeah. So how long did you play drums? Like how long ago?
Like since I was 13, so I'm about to be 27 next week.
Yeah. Happy early birthday.
It's been thanks. It's been a while.
Because you told me before that you played guitar and bass before you played drums. What got you interested in playing drums over the others?
I think it's very simple. I'm really lazy to memorize notes and stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly me too. Because that's how I joined drums too, actually.
Nah, I'll be like, I can just groove into this and be like,
exactly.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't that technical. It wasn't that, you know.
It's kind of like whatever.
It was whatever.
Yeah, it's just like whatever you learn from, I don't know, YouTube or other videos.
And you know, mostly expressing myself and like just letting it rip.
Yeah. Did you play like drumline or anything in high school?
No drum. I wish, you know, I was. That's why I feel like if I did that, you know, I could have had more like experience, or like, yeah, definitely more experience, but
like real training. Or
it gave me
right?
that discipline right when I was at that age.
So did you like ever take any like real official training then, like classes? Not at all.
Classes, not at all.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, thank you. I mean, for me, it's I feel like it's within me, you know.
Yeah,
I have a rhythm. I have, you know, I have all of the things I need to be a drummer that could play.
Yeah.
But what really improved a lot of things for me right now is, you know, learning how to be like disciplined, and like, you know, you gotta stay on point with everything. Sure. And like shout out to Lassie, shout out to, you know, everybody, especially Lassie and Mons. Like they gave me so much like notes and points where, you know, I could improve more and stuff, and I really appreciate it. It's definitely like something that I cherish when I'm working within the band, you know.
For sure. Yeah,
on rehearsals.
I remember Angelo telling me that like you guys are a really good team. You guys really help each other out and try to help each other improve, and I really value that kind of teamwork, because you said there's 8 of you guys, and that's a lot of people to get along, to work together, and even like find the right schedule to tour together, right? Because you toured to the Philippines, you guys you guys just had a show in LA, right?
Yes,
just
sir.
Like not last week.
Last weekend.
Yeah, back in like Valentine's Day weekend.
Oh yeah.
How's that show?
Oh man, at the Getty, Balikbayans live at the Getty. Oh my god, that shit was crazy. It was an experience. Yeah. Like we definitely rep. You wouldn't even know that exists. Yeah. Unless you've been there. It's like on top of the hills. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have been to the Getty. I've been there. You've been to the Getty?
It's a legit museum. God. It's the museum, right?
They got the whole. They got a tram and everything. It's like Bart, bruh. I swear, it was an experience. They treated us well, really well.
I've never seen the venue part, so like I've never seen a performance there. So
okay, yeah, I think. Before we head there, I did like a little research, and they used to throw performance outside. Oh, like outdoor, but
that's kind of cool.
But for us, for Balikbayans and Ruby, they did it on the auditorium.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then this at this auditorium, it's like it was with lighting and everything. So it's a good set.
It's like a full production.
Yeah,
basically.
Because outside, there's where I saw performances outside. Like it's probably like the hotter days.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was when we were there. It was cold.
It's kind of cold.
It was cold.
It's still winter. So.
Yeah, but shout out to the Getty. I mean, we were able to bring in our music and our culture and showcase, the fusion of hip hop and these traditional instruments. I think that's what they were really like surprised about, and that's why they wanted to see it live. And
yeah, for sure.
It happened. But that space, there was an LA local, like one of our friends she was just like, oh, you guys are playing in the 1% of LA.
Oh, okay.
So
interesting.
I was like, yeah, oh shit. Okay. So it's a big deal.
It's a big deal, yeah.
It's a big deal for them.
Okay.
And I was like, damn.
Congrats on that then.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
This is really happening.
That's good. I think it's very rare to be able to work together, to improve together, and then like be able to perform in a legit space. So I really appreciate like the opportunities that these kind of venues give to people of color, like exactly. Filipinos. I don't know if Filipinos have a lot of bands in the Bay or in California, but like offering that to you guys is probably a big deal.
It was a big deal. I just didn't thought it was that big,
Yeah. Until someone told you.
Yeah, it was
LA.
Beyond me.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I was expecting that it was, but it was bigger than that. Like,
right?
Because they were telling us that that's what this place is.
Yeah. How did you how did you join the Balikbayans?
Oh shit, this is a funny story, but it's not really. It's because of SuckaFreeXDumbCity.
Okay, for sure.
This is a magazine, by the way. Magazine one of a project that I'm making. And I brought it up because I want to show it to you. I'm gonna pass it to you.
Yeah.
And
sorry for the audience that are listening only, not watching the video. But
you should check out the video. But here, Kev.
Yeah, thank you.
Check this out. That's how we got started.
Okay.
That shirt specifically.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this
it's
one's
a
specific.
flip through it. It's like it's a collab shirt that we did.
Okay.
With Native Immigrant. It was that's Mr. Ray and Rolay. They released an album and Ruby Barra was on the lineup.
Okay.
That's a shirt that we made. This event was the key how I met Ruby.
Okay.
And how I
That's
found
cool.
out like Rocky G, our saxophone player is on the lineup too.
I see it here too. Okay.
Yeah, and we were all in the same building. We were all in the same space. I was vendoring my clothes.
Right.
Rocky G was doing his own music. Mr. Ray was releasing this album. Ruby was there for the event, and she was also performing. And I did a shirt. We printed a shirt. We printed a run for the shirt and sold the commemorative collab for that night. And
this is cool.
Yeah, and I met Ruby and I was just like, yo, she likes this. She fucks with the brand.
Yeah. I've seen pictures with her repping it on her Instagram and all that. That's so cool.
It's from there, I was like, I think she hasn't dropped the album yet. Yeah.
Oh, you mean Circa 91?
Yeah, Circa 91.
Okay.
She hasn't dropped it yet. And then when she dropped it, and then a year, like I was just following her, and she whenever she's in town, I pull up and I said what's up, and then until I found out that she was like, yo, I'm trying to start a band.
Oh, okay.
For this anniversary show.
Yeah.
And then
like her 1 year anniversary, right?
Yeah.
Circa 91 1 year. That's cool because like. Sometimes you have these events and you get to network with people and like meet fellow artists, fellow like creatives, and it's cool to be able to collab after that.
Yeah.
Like shout outs to all these people who host events.
And then it was there, like she was just like, oh, she had this idea of starting the band, and I mean, it was so from that night, and then from the day that she was at Apple Union Square.
Oh, she performed there.
She did like a so you know how Apple have this Today at Apple performances.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen like people posting about that before.
Yeah, she did a set, and then she brought out Charito Soriano, one of our singers, for Balikbayans, and Mr. Ray was already the DJ, and then that's how. And then I was there. I was just like, yeah. I was like,
I drum, like, let me be on the band.
Yeah, that's something like that. Yeah. I was just like, so Sal, I heard you're trying to start a band.
Yeah. Dude, that's cool. Like I like what you guys do, and it's cool that you got some proof right here where pre-Balikbayans, you guys got to meet each other, got to network and all that. So
yes,
that's cool. So for SuckaFreeXDumbCity, could you explain to the audience like what that is? Because I feel like it's more than just clothing, right?
Yeah, you got it right away. SuckaFreeXDumbCity for me is a one-stop shop of the Bay Area's streetwear, media, and art. And like right now, this business of mine that I started is on the seed phase, and I'm definitely like it's tapped in with a lot of behind the community, where as my whole marketing strategy about it is I'm an artist myself, and as an artist I'm around like all my friends are artists.
Yeah.
People who does work behind the camera or either in front of the camera.
Yeah.
That's why my merch is like around like the power of media so much. It's like and like the streetwear part of it is where I as an enthusiast, I want to create this platform where I can feature like what you were telling me about earlier, that you wanna like how can you support your friends and like
showcase
their art,
their work
in your kind of way.
Yep.
And this is my kind of way where I like if you would flip through that like over the last page, it shows you like the lookbook and the story, but like there's a streetwear section where I feature like different brands that
that's nice.
that I vendor with, like that's right cool. There. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
This is if you could show it to the camera.
Yes, for sure.
This is the streetwear feature where it's like this is what my content is for like the magazine, is where I link up with all these vendors.
Yeah.
Well, like folks that I really vendor with, side to side, hustling, trying to get out there and telling the story of on their end. This is a streetwear magazine where I shine up. We shine upon Bay Area streetwear and art,
right?
And with with the mix of the media, because this is what I do for school.
You're big on media.
Yeah, I'm a broadcasting major, and I definitely believe in the power of media. Like,
I think
it comes around.
It's very important. Yeah,
it comes around. So either we live in a digital world, or all the paper stuff is like on the past. People still appreciate like art like this. You know?
They do.
Like they want to hold it. They want to.
It's definitely nostalgia too, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's nostalgic. Sure.
It's like a physical feeling.
That we exist.
Yeah.
And that's what I love telling people, like with this project that I'm working on.
How long ago did you start this?
This is 2 years ago worth of data.
Okay.
But and
that's when you started the brand too.
Yeah, that's how I started the brand. But I rebranded. It was under a different name. It's like what we were talking about earlier. It was under a different name. It was about my crew, and to find out more about the story, you guys can definitely like cop this magazine's once I drop it. It's like I'm still working on mass producing it right now, but
that's cool.
It's on its way.
I think what's great about like what what we're talking about and stuff is like talking about the story behind this brand, right?
Yeah.
There's so much history. Like I didn't know that that's how you pretty much how you met Ruby, how you met Rocky G, and everyone else.
Oh yeah.
That's very cool. And there's so much that people don't know about how much work you put into it. Because as you were saying, this is like at the seed stage, the infant stage, and like there's probably a lot of struggles and like trying to release new content, release new clothing lines, and even I see some bags right here that you brought.
Yeah.
So like I think that this magazine, just talking about the story behind it, is pretty legit, and I'm looking forward to the release for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely said it right. It excites me too, because I'm in a point of my life right now where I'm taking it a serious leap of faith, and I'm trying to do this full time. And then I still gotta live and play music, because this is what I do.
Yeah, try to do everything that you love.
Yeah, everything that I love, and you gotta find the right timing. On
for sure.
Doing things like simultaneously.
It's kind of hard to navigate all of that, and it takes a lot of effort, a lot of time. But yeah, it's cool that you're doing all these different things like music, clothing, like even bags and merch. How does it, like, how much work do you have to put to create like a new product? Is there a lot to do
on the magazine? Like I have like sections of all the line that I drop, like the designs, and how I'm running it back is like I drop different colors for like every season. But so it keeps it's still fresh in
right.
like in that way where we've seen this last year, but it's a whole different set of colors.
Right.
And it's interesting, like
and
you'd see it's also a test where you'd see people, if people want to if people are liking that color.
True.
What sells the most. So it's not just because you want to switch it up, but it's like it's also a survey for you.
Yeah, you're trying to understand what the audience want.
What you want to test your target market, and
that's what's interesting, right? Because when you're creating like a brand, you want to create streetwear. You realize that there's so much in the business side that you have to learn.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Like you have to learn how to market. You have to learn how to. I don't know if are you a designer? Like, did you design your logo?
I did.
Or you add input or something?
Yeah, and I add input to some folks too who helps me out designing.
There's so much.
There's so much. Last semester at City College, I took a small business class. And
nice.
That saved me a lot, and figured out how I could make this work. Like, definitely, because I learned about the craft, but print. I did silkscreen myself.
Oh, okay, nice.
During my first wave, and like it was hard.
Yeah, I'm sure you wore hella hats, and like you did everything, right? Like from getting the design to screen print to putting it on like a website and marketing it and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
I'm on that kind of part right now too. Like online presence, social media.
Right.
So I did all of it.
I there's so much work into just what you want to do, because like when I do like a podcast, right, I want to do the filming, I want to do the editing, but like part of it is like, okay, I have to create like a Instagram trailer so I can market it. I have to create a website, I have to do XYZ, and it's like, man, this is interesting how there's so much more that you always have to do, especially if you want to make it kind of go for like reach other audiences, reach more audience.
That doesn't that excite you though?
It does. Like, I think it's amazing, because like I understand why people put so much, like it looks like they're putting a lot of work into it, and at first it's like, they make it look so easy, but then you hear all these things about how much work they put, and you value it more. Like I respect anyone that's trying to create their own brand, their own business, because they do more than just design the shirt. They do so much like business. They have to learn a lot. And it's just basically hustling, right?
Yeah. That's what it is. It's like you're taking the risk. You're taking the risk of seeing if it's gonna work or not.
Do you invest your own money too?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you have to like get inventory probably and all that shit. Dude. I think I respect you for that. And
Thanks.
merch, I think merch is like, I don't know, is it expensive to start out because you have to buy all the material, and then you have, like, when you were screen printing it yourself, it took a lot of time, right?
Yeah. At that part where when I was doing all that on my own, it was a trial run where you'd see if people would really like get it, you know, if you could make a sale.
How did you where did you first sell your product? Was it online or in person?
All in person. It was it was through my friends. It was through, I did post it, you know, that, you know, I got this thing going on, but it was like everyone was just like, yo, let me get some, you know, word of mouth, and then it's in my trunk.
Yeah. So anytime anyone wants something, you're like, oh, I got it.
Yeah. And then, you know, and then I started, you know, kind of like doing pop-ups on like events or like shows. And then, you know. How
far do you go for the events and shows?
Oh, yeah. I really go out. Like, I think my last one was, the last one was in the city, but I haven't been out of the Bay Area though.
Like you said about community is like similar to the magazine that you're doing. You really create a close knit relationship with the people that you've met before, and like it just, you kind of like spread that love, right? That support.
I think that's the value, the core value of the brand for sure. Because SuckaFreeXDumbCity for me is, you know, the culture. It's the Bay Area.
Yeah. And
I just put it on I just turned it into a streetwear brand.
Yeah.
Side story is there's this other this is by Union City. One of our good friends, Myhko Ray. He I don't know if you know him, but he's a drummer too.
Oh, okay, no, I haven't.
And anyways, he's a good, like, one of the kuyas that I look up to when it comes to like drums. And
nice.
He holds down an event thing called First Fridays, and it's over at Union City. It's at this bar, Chaplin's.
Oh shit! I don't know Union City.
A lot of, and then
nightlife either.
I know I'm correct. It's in Union City,
okay.
And then really dope musicians come out.
Oh, that's cool. East Bay needs a better like nightlife. Needs to have more people that are hosting events there, because I think a lot of people always go to SF, go to San Jose.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, Union City, Hayward, there's something going on, and
it's
starting out.
There's like what I'm saying, there's a community behind this.
Yeah.
This cities. Yeah. That you know, like that. Maybe like, you know, like what you're doing, you know, you're curating this podcast where you get all these talents that are like local, either local, Hayward, or you know, I mean, like SF, you know, Bay Area,
at least Bay Area,
at least Bay Area, who comes out here and sits down in this podcast to talk about stuff.
I always appreciate people coming over. It's like, I think people need to know the story of everyone, like all the struggles, the journey, all that, and potentially learn from you guys, right?
Yes.
Like I think you seem to be very focused on community. I really respect that, and that's something that I have been trying to create myself with the podcast, with like connecting people, you know, from like, oh, you're a musician, you need like a singer, I got you, like stuff like that. Oh, you know, they're looking for artists for an event, like I have people that I interviewed, and it's cool because everyone just like gets along, supports each other. So. Yeah,
it's a whole network.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, man. When I saw you DM and invited me, I was like, oh shit, here we go.
Yeah. I think what I really wanted to know about SFXDC was like, how much time do you put into like the work, like to create a new line or something like that?
How much time?
Yeah,
that's a good question. Right now, I'm working on it. I'm working on like balancing my schedule and actually putting in time, like an hour a day or 2 hours a day to like work on stuff. But Yeah, like that's what I could tell you right now. Before
even the magazine, like you put like an hour or two like a day.
Yeah, I mean I'm working on it.
Yeah.
But how I am arranging like the features and all that is like, because I'm on a one-man team right now. So
that's very impressive for sure.
I need a team.
Yeah.
Holla at me.
Yeah, I'm doing this mainly by myself too, and it's so much work. It's
right?
crazy.
But that's what it gives us. I love the hustle. I love this game. I love this idea of, the art of hustling.
Like doing it. Yeah,
doing it. Right now I'm learning on it because I just quit my job. I just quit my good job, my stable job, to kind of like take this leap.
Yeah.
Where I do this full time, the brand, the streetwear, the clothing company, and do music.
Yeah.
And along the way as I go, finishing school and, still having time for life.
Yeah, dude, it's a lot of stuff. I give you like props for doing that and prioritizing, right? Like, because it's good that you're prioritizing. I think you want to make sure that you have enough time to do it, or else you spread yourself too thin, and then you're like not gonna be productive in anything, right? Like not make the practices, not be able to work on your brand.
And you don't want that. Like you would want growth for the band, and you want the best for when you're doing it.
For sure. I really appreciate you telling your story.
Yeah.
I do have some Instagram questions that some people asked.
Oh, for real? Yeah. People really responded to this?
Some people some don't. So if you don't mind, we're going to get to those questions.
Okay.
For sure. So first one is from Ian Centuriano.
Oh, snap. What's up, Ian?
He says, how much goes into a new release? Like, I guess you said seasonal or something like that. Like, how much work does it take to go to a new release?
I follow a color scheme where, I stick with like three different colors for like a whole line.
Oh.
And then you drop that on a headwear, on accessory, and then on shirts.
Oh, got it.
Hoodies.
So it's kind of strategic.
So yeah, it's very strategic. Like everything should be like strategy all throughout, and then you gotta like you just gotta follow it. Like what I'm saying. Like the whole strategy is to like, come up with a concept. Like I did like this thing. I called it Wavy Navy Collection because it's navy blue. So I dropped a dad hat, I dropped a hoodie, I dropped a crew neck sweater, I dropped a bag, a piece of, at least like what I'm like right now. I'm at the like from headwear to accessory, so torso.
Oh,
that's how I kind of look at it. But like bigger brands be like head to toe.
Oh, got it. Yeah. They want you to be decked out.
Yeah, you'd be decked out. Yeah,
like all Nike or something.
Yeah, that's big companies do that, but that's basically how you think about a next drop. And and then you upgrade. You do a bunch of different things, and then
So then, in terms of like accessories, say you want to create a new item, right? A new accessory. Yeah. How long does that take to conceptualize and then release?
It took me a few months.
Okay.
To like do a release of the airport bag.
Okay.
And the story behind it. I always come out with a story. It's because you want to create something like merch is merch. People would buy it if they want it or if they need it. So
for sure,
you want to come up. You want to create something that has a purpose.
I like that. Yeah. Make it intentional, right?
Make it intentional. Like I'm a musician. I travel a lot. I tour a lot.
Yeah.
So I created something that I could use and all of my people can use. You know what I mean? This it's called an airport bag. And you could put all your shit in here, passport, that accessories. And then it's good if the main point about it is it's in one piece of accessory,
right?
And then you ain't got nothing on your pocket, so you don't do all of that shit when you
anytime you go to TSA or something.
When you go through the TSA.
I hate that.
So that's the whole point about like creating something and making a merch is you think about all the stuff all the factors that you could put on it. Because the design and everything is pretty simple. I definitely like. I stuck with my punk rock logo and just slap it in there. I mean, also that I know that it's like a hype color, right? Because it's Cactus Jack, it's Travis Scott, right. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like how I thought about it.
Okay, I think I really respect that because like as a consumer, because me personally, I try not to buy things unless it has a purpose, unless it's like doing something for me. And the fact that you're producing merch that is purposeful is like very respectful. Like I really respect that.
Man, appreciate you.
I really like that. A lot of people sometimes just create merch so they can make money and all that. So it's not, I'm trying to be more conscious about what I'm buying, and like when people are making items and accessories that they think are useful for people, like truly useful, it's like it's very respectable.
Like I definitely based it off my experience, a lot of my experience, and maybe how I look at others, like how they roll,
very intentional about it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Cool. Shout out to Ian, nice question.
Cool. So the next question is from Watoni. He asks, does your love for music influence your clothing brand and vice versa?
Oh, who's Tony? What's up, Tony?
Like your music influence your clothing brand, your streetwear brand, and vice versa?
Oh, man, it's definitely vice versa. Because my music helps me bring it to places where, I would never thought I'd be.
Yeah, like things work together. Your music, your clothing, your streetwear brand, and like it just worked together.
It fits. I was like, this is what I do. This is all me. Like I didn't really fake anything to be in this position. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's I'm on my element.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Thank you, Watoni, for that question.
Nice question.
Shout out to Anthony. The next one is from Karina Graham. Who are your idols for music, clothing, and art?
Music, clothing, and art. Let's start with clothing first.
Okay.
I think I have a lot of people that I look up to, but then I think one's very specifically is Pink Dolphin clothing. They're from the Bay Area. I mean,
Never
you guys probably, but you never heard of the brand?
No.
Okay, yeah, Pink Dolphin. They're from the Bay. It's run by Cena and Nima and Young L from the Pack.
Okay.
And how I look at them because they approached it differently. Like how I'm trying to approach it, the business, and how they're doing their like marketing. It's also through music.
Okay.
Because a lot of rappers rock their stuff.
Yeah.
And it's because have you seen a Pink Dolphin?
No. I haven't.
It's rare. That's their whole like
what? Oh, really?
It's rare. It's like I think you can only see it in Japan.
Oh shit. Okay. I've never heard of that. That's cool though.
Yeah, not getting too much on their logo, but it's their whole idea is these are rare species that it spreads positivity, and like their color palettes are like pink, teal, and you know what
kind
I
of
mean?
Like those bright
the bright palettes on when you look at all the colors, and they stand out.
Okay, cool.
So when I look at them, I was at their grand opening on SF. I followed them since they were not even like no hype, nothing.
You're a true fan.
Yeah, I was there, and I was there when they popped up at Haight Street on the True store. I mean, all of the streetwear heads probably knew that, but it's then they finally opened their own personal store at Haight. So it's like with Young L being from the Pack, from the hyphy movement, they they wore they when they didn't had all that hype before, the owners went on tour with the rapper The Pack, who's also like one of the founders, and that's how they're kind of like cool. Like showing off this brand,
right? Like showcasing it. Anytime they tour.
And then they sell it as merch.
Yeah, that's cool.
But that's how I kind of like basing off like this what's happening to me.
That's like, exactly.
So through music, I love. I'm a really big Wiz Khalifa fan.
Oh, okay.
I mean, a lot of people know it, but I'm not really like outspoken about it. But I'm speaking about it right now.
For sure.
Wiz Khalifa, because he definitely changed the game. When it comes to music, he was ahead of his time when he was, doing all of the weed promos when he was,
like the weed business and all that.
Yeah, like he was out and open about it in the industry. Wow. And right now he's like basically one of the well-known rappers who smokes and who's open and who's like mainstream.
Yeah, I noticed that because like you seem to like people that do other things and like try to have it all relate to each other, right? Like Pink Dolphin with The Pack.
Yeah.
And then Wiz Khalifa with like his
with weed.
Weed business. It's like
it was before the weed how it's legal right now. You know what I mean? And
that's
and
cool.
when it comes to art, I think one guy is Aaron Kai. I don't know if you guys heard of Aaron Kai. He's a street he paints and he does. Anyways, he has his own brand under his name, and he does all of this. His signature art is like the waves of.
Maybe I'll link it in the show notes. Like just his website or his
Aaron
portfolio.
Kai, definitely. He has been doing a lot of art for the community.
Okay, yeah.
Like you could definitely like see this. He's from Hawaii.
Oh.
But he moved out here in California, and he's based in LA, and like you can see his if you know Senor Sisig, he did the art there.
Oh,
at the new store over at Valencia. So if you pull up on Senor Sisig, all that art is Aaron Kai.
Yeah, I just passed by that shop recently.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you go inside, there's a back like patio area where you guys can eat and chill. And if you see the whole all of the art, it's by Aaron Kai.
Okay, I'll check that out next time. That's cool.
He's community based. I love his art. It's like it's cartoonish, but it's like it's dope. Like,
okay, for sure. So last question is from Lassie Mac.
Lassie.
he asked a fun one. What does "esquete" mean?
Oh man, esquete it. If you don't know, you're late. No, I'm just kidding. Let's get it. Let's go. Like that. That's my mood all 2020. Well, like coming into 2020 though. Right, what I mean. That night, I saw a lot of things happening, like on my timeline, whatever. And then like one of the folks that I look up to, Cena from Pink Dolphin, posted his shit. His like recap of his whole
like of 2019
or decade.
Oh shit. Okay.
From 2020 to 2010.
Okay.
Where they first started his brand Pink Dolphin. He had like a whole timeline.
Oh damn.
So I was like, damn, I reposted that shit real quick. I was like, mood.
Right.
Take the leap. I was like, let's get it.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going all in.
I'm trying to go all in. Leap. Yeah, I'm taking this leap. Wherever my brand is gonna take me, the music.
So much respect for you, man.
I'm there.
There's so much respect.
Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate you, bro.
I wish you the best for sure. No, like I'm rooting for you. Honestly, I'm rooting for you.
Appreciate you. Well, you're gonna hear more from me. I'll let you know when it's gonna be popping in. Like, I'm throwing like a bunch of events this year.
Cool.
I'll just leave that for now, but just stay in tune with me and follow the brand.
Yeah. So in terms of like what's next, you got this magazine, you got some events coming on. Anything else that for Balikbayans, for SFXDC, anything like that coming up?
Oh snap! Let me just leak this. But for Balikbayans, there's gonna be a collab merch coming up.
Oh, okay.
With another streetwear brand.
Nice.
You know, because we love streetwear like that. You know.
Yeah. I'm excited.
But that's
for that.
it.
Okay.
It's up for you to find out.
Okay, for sure. Yeah. Keep up with Balikbayans Instagram probably. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And where can people follow you on social media, for website or anything, like to buy your merch and streetwear?
Yeah, to get the merch at for SFXDC, you guys can definitely follow us on Instagram at SuckaFreeXDumbCity, no spaces, and at SFXDC on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's and then we have a website. It should be in the link on the Instagram. In the Instagram link too. But SuckaFreeXDumbCity.bigcartel.com.
Cool, dude. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Thanks, Kev. Appreciate you. Shout out to the Kurative Podcast. The Kurative Podcast, I should say.
Thank you, man. See you guys.